Welcome to Hit Your Target. This is the podcast for people who are ready to stop talking about change and actually make it happen. Today is a little bit of a different episode because I'm not joined by a guest today, but I wanted to talk to you about what it really means to hit your target in life, in work, and in those big, audacious, really scary goals that we set for ourselves. In this episode, I want to unpack my own coaching model fast. Focus, act, succeed, transform. And this isn't just a strategy for achieving your goals, it's a blueprint for rewriting your entire narrative, your story. It's a guide to not only set goals, but to make them a reality and shift the way that you show up in every area of your life. I'm going to break down each step of the model, explain why it works from a psychological perspective, and then share how coaching can help you move past the excuses and go from maybe I'll do that one day to I'm doing it now. From narrowing in on your true goals to experiencing a complete transformation. Let's go beyond simply talking about change and make it happen. So let's begin this episode with what do I actually mean by hitting your target? For me, it's not just about goal setting, it's about goal getting. Because setting a goal is the easy part. Let's be real about this. How many times have you said, I'll start on Monday, or this year will definitely be different? We've set those New Year's Eve goals, only to find yourself stuck in the same patterns. You're feeling frustrated, wondering why things aren't shifting. And this for me is where coaching comes in. Coaching isn't about giving you more things to do. It's about helping you see what's actually stopping you, what's possible, and most importantly, how to take action in a way that sticks. It's about cutting through the noise and narrowing in on what really matters. It's about setting goals that are aligned with your values, not somebody else's idea of success. Coaching helps you to focus on the right things, so you don't waste energy on distractions or things that don't truly move you closer to your vision. For those of you that might not know me, I'm someone who's walked the path of transformation myself. And I genuinely owe so much of that to coaching. It's why I'm so passionate about this subject. I faced my own mental blocks, imposter syndrome, fear of judgment, challenge of balancing my own career with motherhood. And as a child, I was painfully shy. I was bullied at school, and I was conditioned by experiences that shaped my beliefs about myself and others around me. So I get how tough it is to break through those deeply rooted beliefs. But I also know firsthand that it is possible. No matter what your background or what challenges you faced in life, change is always within reach. And that's exactly what I want to help you unlock. Coaching has become my passion because I want to help others see beyond the mental blocks that hold them back. Because once you get clear on your focus and start moving towards the goal that you want, you're already halfway there. The rest is just about trusting the process and taking bold action. It's something I've had to remind myself of time and time again, and I am far from perfect, so I have to keep going on this same loop. But one thing I found that's always pushed me forward has come from my dad when I was a little girl. My dad's been a huge influence on my life. When I was around 9 or 10 years old, he attended a Tony Robbins course. The transformation that I saw my dad go through was, he was a different person. It was just incredible. And it had this ripple effect on our whole family. When he came home, he had this just a new energy that I just can't describe, but he was like a different person. And he actually wrote down 2 quotes that I hung on my bedroom wall, which I will be honest, I did not appreciate them at the time. I was far more interested in the poster of Leonardo DiCaprio on my bedroom wall. However, those original pieces of paper have stayed with me, and they have been my guiding principles in my own journey. One said, "A winner never quits and a quitter never wins." And the other was, "Life is a chessboard and the player opposite you is time. Time will not tolerate indecision. Your pieces will be wiped off the board if you hesitate before moving or neglect to move thoughtfully and decisively." Now, as I grew older, these words just resonated with me. They shaped the way that I saw the world and the way I approached challenges. I didn't want to be the one hesitating. I wanted to make the moves, not just wait around for things to happen to me. But it wasn't until I discovered coaching and my own journey with that to tackle those mental blocks that I really learned how to move decisively and with confidence. So let's start unpacking this model that I've created. Let's begin with focus. What if I told you that the clarity you crave is already hidden within you, waiting to be uncovered with just a few probing questions? Imagine for a second that you're at a shooting range. Before you even pull the trigger, you've got to decide on what target you're aiming for. In our lives, clarity is just as important. Focus means getting crystal clear on what truly matters to you, not what you think you should want or what somebody else expects you to hit or what society expects. And so often we get lost in the daily noise and distractions. We might say something like, I want to be more successful, or I need to improve my health. But what does that actually mean? Without a clear, defined target, and so you're staring down the barrel of that gun or the rifle or whatever it is that you're looking at, how do you know what it is? It just seems vague. And this is where a great coach can help you cut through the clutter, asking you the right questions to get specific and uncover those real priorities. A coach helps you identify your core values and align them with your goals. So when you know exactly what it is you want, so taking that example, I need to improve my health, could become, I want to lose £2 a week, so I'm going to go to the gym 4 times a week, limit my calorie intake to 2,000 calories, whatever that might be. That's a clear target with actionable steps. And I always say this to every client, it's also about being really honest with yourself why you want something and whether you're prepared to go the way to get it. So sometimes we say things like, I want to be rich, I want to be financially free. But what we don't always consider is the cost behind those wants and those desires. So that could be things like sacrificing family time, relationships, or personal well-being, mental health. And are you prepared to pay that price for the ultimate goal? So coaching helps you to get clear on what it is you really want, think about the trade-offs, and then align your actions accordingly. When you narrow down on what truly matters, you're not just picking a target either. You're training your brain to filter out that external noise. Neuroscientific studies have shown that clear goals activate particular brain regions associated with concentration and reward. So try a really simple exercise and write down your top 3 priorities and ask yourself why each one matters. That's your starting line for focus. So once you've done that, you've honed your focus, it's time to move to the next critical step. Act. And this is where most of us stumble. we spend so much time planning and dreaming that we never actually get off the starting line. Taking action is about moving beyond your comfort zone and overcoming that inertia that we all feel. I can personally recall several times when I have been paralyzed by overplanning, overthinking, creating endless lists, countless strategies. I've read loads and loads of books, I've been learning, but never actually moved forward. So think of it like this: even if you have the best map in the world, it's useless if you don't start walking. The act of taking deliberate, purposeful steps is what turns intention into momentum. And here's the plug here, but coaching provides you with accountability. When you have someone in your corner reminding of you of your why and challenging you to push forward, that action just becomes inevitable. And again, research shows that breaking big goals into small, actionable steps reduces the overwhelm, and it also builds confidence. So start small, celebrate each action, and over time, those small wins add up. So that takes us to step 3, succeed. Oh, what do I mean by succeed? Well, succeed isn't always the finish line, and it's definitely not about reaching perfection. It's about making progress and building momentum. So success is the rewarding feeling you get when your focused efforts translate into tangible results. Success reinforces your belief in your abilities and motivates you to keep moving forward. Every small win that I referred to earlier becomes a testament to the power of focused action, and it's a vote of confidence in yourself. So you may have heard of the psychologist Albert Bandura, who did a lot of work on self-efficacy. What this means is it's reinforcing this idea that each success, every small step we take, however small and modest, it helps build confidence and sets off a positive feedback loop. So even if you say you're lifting weights in the gym and you slightly, you increase those weights over time, you can see the progress that you've made, and that helps to build that momentum because you're actually seeing it in action. So in my own journey, I've kept a journal. So I keep a simple log of every achievement. And it can be as simple as every day saying at the end of every day, what's one thing that's gone well today? What have I achieved today? No matter how minor it is, it transformed my perspective. So picture your own success as starting blocks. Every small success builds the foundation for your next big step. And before you know it, you've constructed a tower of achievements. And then finally, moving into the final part of this is the transform. So I see it as a culmination of the process. It's not about achieving a specific goal, but evolving into a version of yourself. So a version that's ready to tackle greater challenges and shifting not only just your outcomes, but your mindset, your habits, and your overall approach to life. There was a pivotal moment in my career when everything shifted. And I've realised that, and I really still try to do this, is look back at all the setbacks where they've actually been a setup for something greater. They might not have felt like it at the time, and I still suffer them, and I'll still go into a bit of a doom pit, as I would call it. But the more that we can say, actually, they've led to something better, I've grown as a person, the quicker we can build that resilience and bounce back. Because every one of those circumstances have been a chance to redefine who I was, what I could achieve. Our brains are so remarkably adaptable, and consistent practice, just like building a muscle in the gym, builds new behaviours that creates lasting change in our neural pathways. The magic of the focus, act, succeed transform model lies in its power to create lasting change. Coaching doesn't just help you hit one target, it helps you set up for ongoing growth. So you start to see challenges as opportunities, setbacks as learning moments, and that's the true transformation. When your new habits and ways of thinking become a natural part of who you are. So ask yourself, how would your life look if you could sustain this cycle of focus, action, and success? And in that, just to wrap up today's episode, remember this. Real lasting change happens when you can focus on what truly matters, act on your vision, succeed by celebrating your progress, and ultimately transform into your best self. So if you're ready to hit your target and create meaningful change in your life, consider taking the next step with coaching. I would love to be your guide on this journey. So head over to hityourtarget.co.uk/one-to-one coaching to learn about how my coaching programs can help you move from intention to transformation. Those links are in the podcast notes, and thank you for joining me on this episode. If it sparks some magic in your mind, please subscribe, leave a review, and share it with someone else who's ready to make a change. Until next time, stay focused, act boldly, celebrate every success, even the small ones, and transform your life, one small step at a time. Thanks for listening. If you enjoyed this episode, please take a moment to rate the show or leave a comment. It really helps us reach more people. And don't forget to share it with anyone else who could use a little motivation today. Have a fantastic day and make sure you hit your targets.